for volcanic eruption in general, but also for phreatic eruption, uncertainty is something that we have to care of, because we don't know exactly what will be the size of the eruption, we don't know where it will be, we don't know a lot of things. And so we have to consider this uncertainty by doing a large number of simulations, by considering all the possible outcomes. My name is Mattia de Michieli Vitturi, and I'm a researcher at the Italian National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, and more specifically I work in the PISA section of INGV. My background is in mathematics. I have a PhD in mathematics, and so usually I teach mathematics courses and classes. One of the code that we are working on, and this is the code that is used in the CHEES project, is OpenPDAC. OpenPDAC is so-called multiphase code. Multiphase means that it's able to simulate different phases, so gas, particles of different sizes, gas of different species. And this is important because volcanic eruptions are complex processes where there is water vapor which is involved, other gases, where there are particles of different sizes, and sizes that can range from very small, so micron-sized particles, to larger blocks that can be large as a car and so can destroy a home or a building. We are working on this multiphase code in order to try to simulate volcanic explosion. And in particular for this project we are working on the simulation of phreatic eruptions. Phreatic eruptions are quite peculiar kind of eruptions because they are still called eruption, but there is no real magma that it's erupted. It's the sudden explosion of steam, so it's water in the groundwater that it's heated by a magma body which is below, and it's heated, and at some point it becomes steam. So there is a sudden vaporization, and when it's converted from liquid water to steam, there is a sudden expansion of the volume, and so create an explosion that can break the hosting rocks, creating fragments, as I said, of different sizes. There can be very small fragments and larger blocks. And what we are doing with OpenPDAC is trying to simulate these kind of explosions. In the past, 10 years ago, 2014 at Ontake, in Japan, so on Mount Ontake, there have been more than 60 people that died because of phreatic eruption. 5 years ago, New Zealand, White Island, there were tourists on White Island and more than 40 people died because of phreatic eruption. And there was no warning about none of them. We will see if it will be possible to simulate in a short time. So if we have some early warning, some notice shortly in advance of the eruption that something could happen, we should be able to do some simulation to create some scenario of what could happen. We think that the end user will be mostly the civil protection, with which we have a lot of collaboration for other volcanic processes, for other Italian volcanoes, and we provide our results to them, and so they can use them to then draw plans when there is a volcanic crisis.